If you've watched any of my videos, you'll know that one of the things I did a while back was repair a Bosch version of one of these. It had variable speed. It's a whizzy for cutting blade there. I gave the Bosch one away because I had this one. This is a bit of a cheap and cheerful one, Einhell, made in China, and it's always had a fault that occasionally it would stop, and then when you push the switch it wouldn't restart, and then if you tapped it it would suddenly start. I just lived with that. That was good enough. But when I went to use it last week, that's it. Oh, does that sometimes. Oh no, it stopped again. So it's stopping and starting of its own free will. Now, I don't know if these things wear the brushes out, and I don't know where the brushes are anyway. So I think what we'll do is we'll take that out, because I can see me cutting my fingers, and then we'll open this and have a look inside. Power's off. Took the blade off. So let's see if we can't get these screws out. Not sure what's behind these, but we'll find out. Oh, looks like we've got longer ones at the back. So, short one at the front, long ones at the back. And then, does this lift off? Yes, but it doesn't give us any access to the motor. Oh, it sort of does, yeah, look, that's where the brushes go, isn't it? I think in terms of spinniness, we need this end off, the actual bit that does the reciprocating. The thing that's odd about this is it runs really hot. So it'd be interesting to have a look at it, because you could boil water with the head of this. Oh. So they all fall out easily except that one. Right, it's fairly obvious that this is the bottom, isn't it? So does this pull out, or does it bring the whole everything with it? Yeah, I think it's trying to bring everything with it. Isn't that typical? Looks like the brushes are trying to catch there. Yeah, commutator's got a sort of lump on it. Oh, there's one brush back out of the way. Let's get the other one back out of the way. There we go. Oh, there we go. So can we pull that right out? Right, so there's a tiny bit of free play in there, but that feels okay. There's virtually no wear at all in there, because the brushes don't reach that last bit. This piece is undercut, but the brushes don't reach there, and I can't feel anything, so there's basically no wear at all on that. This all looks okay. We can try testing continuity of these segments. I don't think testing with a multimeter is much cop when it comes, for motors. It's a bit black and dusty in there, but let's have a look. Does this come out? It's going to be a tight fit. Right. But I think that's just carbon from the brushes. Don't think there's any sign of any burning. It just looks like a lot of black. Although that could be... Yeah, it could be getting hot in there. So is that the switch? Does that go all the way back to there? I can't see anything moving, but it's possible there's something under there going to there, isn't it? I think the obvious thing to do is to take some more of these bits out and then go from there. Let's see if we can get in there with a screwdriver. Obviously not pressing it right. Alright. So that, well, it would be the brushes if I could get the... Alright, so that screw there is holding the brushes in. So in fact, I could leave that screw in there, couldn't I? That's holding the brushes in. Let's have a look, what have we got here? Why don't you want to lift up? Oh, right, and that's sitting down on that brass piece. Oh yeah, and so is that one. So is that. Why are you stuck? that one, you can see that there's this piece on there, and this one's got the same piece, but it's... Ah, there it goes. Try to weld itself on. Right, so it looks like that goes there, and then that goes through there. Oh! And that's just fallen off. Oh, and that's a terrible contact. Oh, look at that. And it looks like it's showing signs of burning. Ah. That's interesting. Brushes don't look too bad. Yeah, look at that, look, it's fallen off again. I wonder if they gave us any more brushes in the box. I'll have to have a look in the box. See if the box has got any more brushes in it. And then what have we got here? It looks like interference of some sort. It's just a, I don't know what they call them, X2 capacitor, something like that. Yeah, and I guess that must be the switch. I don't think the problem is the switch, but the fact that this has just fallen off is not a good sign. So we'll have a look at this. That, yeah, see, that one's very, very tight, and this one fell off. Oh, I've pulled the old bits of heat shrink off of here, and I'm just trying to give it a bit of a clean with a... It's funny, it's sold as a brass brush, but it's actually a steel brush with a brass finish on the bristles. Ah, they get you every time. Now obviously the outside I can clean fairly easily. So the outside of the connector is going to look fine, but of course the outside is not doing anything. Now this goes straight on the brush, so if I can find some new brushes, obviously that would fix that anyway, but that seems okay. What I need to do is find something I can get right in there and give that a good clean with, and then I need to do the same but on here, and I don't know how well you can see, but that really is coated with, well, I don't know what. It's almost like it's been burnt. I mean, even now where I'm going backwards and forwards over it, that's still quite rough there. But that's cleaning up quite well. And again, it looks sort of, I don't know if the word is burnt. I'm not going to be able to do that side with a brush, I don't think. I have to find some fine emery paper of some sort. Ouch! And those things are stabbing my fingers as well, so I'll be bleeding everywhere next. Right, I've cleaned that bit, the sort of male bit of the terminal. It's not as good as new, but it's fairly clean. And then you can see I've got a tiny little bit of paper stuck in there. And I'm rubbing that backwards and forwards in there in the hope of getting the inside clean. And obviously I can't do a really good job because I can't see anything. But I'm hoping that this is doing a half reasonable job. Right, I've cleaned that as best I can. I'm going to put a little bit of heat shrink over it like it was originally. Just get it down to the end. And just use the soldering iron to shrink it on. Hopefully it will go on fairly tight. Hopefully that's as good as the original was. And it looks like that sits down there, and this curls round and goes onto there. So it's strange that that one was such a tight fit. Didn't want to come off, but then of course maybe it's not strange because maybe, oh yes, it's, I don't know if you can see this, it's started to melt the plastic there. Can you hear that? It's actually worn a small groove into the plastic there where it was been, so it's obviously been arcing there. That's quite interesting. So that has to sit there, and then this has to sit down on it. So we might as well try and get this on here now, mightn't we, while we're here. I've squeezed the two leggy side bits of it on, so this should be a really tight fit now. In fact, it might be so tight it won't go on. Oh. Yep, it is really tight. That's good. Well, we want it really tight, don't we? There we are. So that's nice and tight. That's going to go down there. And then we want this in there somewhere. I'm guessing down on there. And then presumably there was a screw. I'll put the screw back when I find it. Is it this? Let's have a look. Does that look like that one? Yeah, that looks like that one. So this must be the screw. So that's going to go in there. That's got to shift past there. That has got to go in there. Right, that's in there, and then that's got to screw in down there. I think this is going to be a bit more delicate than an electric screwdriver, so I think we'll try. Let's get this into the right area. Yeah, that seems to be sitting down where it should be. I think that's okay. Alright, it might be going out of your view in a minute when I'm trying to get... Ah, there's a little plastic peg down there. I didn't see that on the other side. Right, I'm just pushing this shield back in. I can't see any reason for me to keep it out. Alright, that's the 4 screws that hold that together. Now, I don't know, like I say, from looking at this, I don't know that I need to do any sort of tests or measurements on that at this moment unless it doesn't work, and then of course, because this looks like the most probable cause of it not working, and I'm not sure it's really worth cleaning this, because if I rub that tiny little bit of paper over it, I mean, it is making it a tiny little bit cleaner, but you can see it's pretty clean. You know, that's I don't think that's going to need a lot of cleaning, so maybe we can put this back in here to try it. Now it looks like we can just pull these brushes out, which is quite unusual. So we can pull that one out to that side. Why human beings haven't got 3 hands, I'll never know, because the number of times I need 3 hands, And we need to pull that. Why are you not? That's... Come on, go just a little bit further. Well, I can't see what that's stuck against. Oh, it's again on this side. There. Oh no, I can't, because once it gets to there, it's past. Oh, ah! I didn't do anything. What? Well, that is weird. It just suddenly decided it was going to jump into the right spot and did. I don't even know why. Right, but that's all on okay. That's all on okay. What should we do next? Let's put that back on out of the way first. Alright, we've got that little one. That one. Oh, I lost a screw. There's that one. Now let's put this on a low setting. We don't want to thunder these in. That's the sort of thing we want. Alright. And then we want this front piece back on. Let's get them started. So much for feeling it bite or a little clicky noise or something. Nothing. Not getting anything to tell me I'm in the right spot. No, not a thing. We'll just have to guess that we're in the right spot. Right, let's see if this will do that again. Oh, gonna need a bit tighter there. Let's try one more there, one click. Ah, that should do us. Yeah, that sounds alright. Right. Right, light blue touch paper and stand well back, that what they say? Right, plug in. Wow, that worked. So back must be off. Well, I'm sorry for deafening you, but as you can see, it appears to have come back to life. That doesn't appear to be doing anything at this end. Perhaps you need this on it to actually notice it's vibrating. Does that sound reasonable? I have no idea. If we put that on there, oh yeah, you can see it's vibrating now. I haven't even got anything here to show it cutting. Bit of wood. It won't do much because I'm not sure what this is lying around for. So a apart from deafening you, it's working great. Ah! So that was an easy one, wasn't it? Fix a bad connection on the brushes. Job's a good one.